Hello everyone, it's Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker, and I'm here at the GAMA trade show in Reno, Nevada at the Peppermill Resort. And I'm interviewing right now Keith Matejka and of Thunderworks game, who has famously put out role player game, but he also has other releases as well. So why don't you go ahead and talk about that?
Sure. So stuff that's coming up next. Lockup was on Kickstarter last fall. We're in production. It'll go into it's going to come out in August for Gen Con. Backers will have it early. It's a 1 to 5 player, 90-minute game in a fantasy dungeon where you're playing as the minions from Role Player. It takes place over 6 rounds. You're hiring goons, you're building contraband, you're managing your suspicion from the guards, and you're powering up your characters, fighting to get the different resources. Super fun game. Has a little bit of deduction and kind of resource management. Yeah, and that's pretty much Lockup August on this one. Role Player is obviously kind of my big game. So we've got, just kind of showing off Role Player for people who aren't familiar with it. The Monsters and Minions expansion came out last year. We've got another expansion coming called Fiends and Familiars to Kickstarter later this year, and we're talking May, June timeframe. So that's coming. And then Cartographers is the second game in the Role Player Tale line. This is also coming out in August. Plays 1 to 100 players. It's a flip and write game in which all players are building fantasy maps. Everyone starts out with a blank map, and by the end they'll have something that looks like this. Cards get flipped, tells you what you can draw, what terrains, like forests or water or whatever you want to, whatever they say. You're trying to hit different goals at the end of each round, and the rub is that also these monsters are coming out in which they tell you to pass your map to your neighbor, and they're going to draw monsters on your board and pass it back to you. So you're trying to minimize the damage the monsters are doing, and also try to hit as many goals that the queen is
giving.
And
the funny thing about this is one of the games that we played last night. This is your sheet.
This is my sheet.
And then those are my little demons right there.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's some Ferdinand artwork right there. You can hang that on the wall. And then Dual Powers just came out last month. So this is a 1 to 2 player area control game set in the Russian Revolution. It has a tug of war style victory point condition. It takes about 45 minutes. You're putting out tokens. You're playing multi-use cards. You're advancing the calendar based on the cards that you're playing. And then each round you're scoring a known goal from both players, and then a secret goal that each player has chosen at the beginning of the round. So there's a little bit of deduction and kind of double guessing going on as well. So that's a great one. I love it for like a lunch hour or like just with a buddy, something quick to play. The historical theme I think is really interesting. Like I personally didn't know that much about it before I started digging into this game from Brett Myers, and like it's such an interesting period of time that I think people are going to really dig it.
Okay, great. And thanks for showing me these awesome games. I think Lockup is going to come soon, right?
Yeah, Lockup and Cartographers are both coming out in retail in August. Backers of Lockup will get it a little early. I'm still taking late pledges on it. So check out my website, www.thunderworksgames.com. Cartographers is the first title that I'm doing outside of Kickstarter. So this one, I'm taking pre-orders on my website, but for people to either pick up at Gen Con or to have it mailed around the same time. So those two are coming out next, and they're both coming in August.
All right, thank you so much.